As individuals, how do we learn? How do we process and retain information? Conclusive evidence indicates that learning is stimulated when information is presented in ways that appeal to our distinctive capacities. New discoveries have opened horizons of insight into the nature of intelligence, the learning process, and enormous diversity of learning methods. Among the most compelling and significant is the work on multiple intelligences by Howard Gardner and David Perkins, researchers at Harvard University. Their studies document 8 intelligences, each representing a learning resource for every student, and by extension, a diversity of learning styles. The 8 intelligences include linguistic, or word power, logical, or mathematical, spatial, or visual thinking, musical, bodily or kinesthetic, or action-oriented learning, interpersonal, or group learning, intrapersonal, or individual learning, and naturalist, or environment awareness. Traditional teaching methods primarily use 2 of these, linguistic, or teaching with words, and logic, or mathematical. Only a small percentage of learners readily absorb information presented this way, and those who do don't necessarily retain the information long term. Each one of us has all 8 intelligences developed at different levels of accomplishment, and we each have a variety of ways of processing new and difficult information. When you employ all 8 intelligences in your teaching, you create opportunities for whole brain activation. The result is that students further develop their intelligence skills along with new approaches to solving problems. Before moving to the next topic in this section, please review the list of characteristics of each of the multiple intelligences listed on the left of the screen. Think about your students as you review these. Can you see parallels between them and their individual approaches to learning? Musical learners are music lovers. They like to sing, hum, listen to music, play an instrument, and respond to music. They are good at picking up sounds, remembering melodies, noticing pitches and rhythms, and keeping time. They learn best by listening, drumming, and participating in music and melody. Bodily or kinesthetic learners are movers. They like to touch and talk, move around, use body language, engage in activities, interact physically, and experiment. They are good in sports, dance, and acting, as well as making things, mapping, doing crafts, and creating body models of concepts. They learn best by touching, moving, interacting with space, and processing knowledge through bodily sensations. Linguistic learners are word players. They like to read, write, use puns, and tell stories. They are good at memorizing names, places, dates, and trivia. They learn best by saying, hearing, and seeing words and stories. Interpersonal learners are socializers. They like to have lots of friends, talk to people, join groups, and interact, network, and personalize. They are good at understanding people, leading others, organizing, communicating, manipulating, and mediating conflicts. They learn best by sharing, comparing, relating, cooperating, interviewing, leading, and listening. Intrapersonal learners are individuals. They like to work alone, pursue their own interests, reflect, and observe. They are good at understanding self, focusing inward on feelings and dreams, following instincts, and being intuitive. They learn best through reflection, intuition, individualized projects, self-paced instruction, and having their own space. Spatial learners are visualizers. They like to draw, build, design, and create things. They daydream, look at pictures and slides, watch movies, and play with machines. Spatial learners are good at imagining things, sensing changes, working puzzles and mazes, reading maps and charts, diagramming and charting. They learn best by visualizing, dreaming, using the mind's eye, working with colors and pictures, and outlining. Logical mathematical learners are questioners. They like to do experiments, figure things out, work with numbers, ask questions, explore patterns and relationships. They are good at math, reasoning, logic, problem solving, and quantitative analysis. They learn best by categorizing, classifying, working with abstract patterns and relationships, and quantifying. Naturalists are observers. They pay attention to the environment and ecosystems surrounding them. They like to watch and listen to the places and things around them. They classify and categorize what they observe, and they record the patterns they see in the natural world. The world intrigues them, and they learn best when interacting by observing, identifying, sorting, and forecasting what they see.